Hi everyone, I am here with Jack Adams and we are talking Wellness Connection for February. Thank you for being with me here today.
Always my pleasure.
Well, thank you. You'll be here speaking to our residents on February 11th at 1 o'clock in the Grand Cypress Room. Your program discusses hearing loss, hearing aids, and the latest technology. So tell us right now what has been changing or new in the last couple years with our hearing aids.
Well, 2 years ago, a new technology came out that has been extremely impressive. In my opinion, it's been the most quantum leap in any types of technologies that preceded it. And it has just done a much better job in terms of background noise, understanding in situations that tend to be more difficult. Now, that is always the most difficult situation for people, but this technology has, raised the bar relative to what we're capable of doing for some of those types of situations. We also now have hearing aids that are rechargeable, where you just put them in a charger at night so they don't have to be changing batteries. We also have Bluetooth technology where you can answer your phone calls directly through the hearing aids, as well as using your iPhone for a remote control. So a lot of that type of technology has just made it not only easier to use hearing aids, but also more efficient to use hearing aids. But I also plan on this talk to kind of make it an open, interactive type of thing, in the sense that I want to cover a lot of different topics because people always have questions, and those are the most engaging parts of the sessions that I've done in the past, is when people start asking questions about specific topics. So I'd like to cover hearing aid technology, but I also like to cover communication skills and things like how the brain affects your hearing, various things that I've talked about specifically in the past, but just kind of shorten it and make it more interactive with trying to answer a lot of questions that people have.
That's great, and those questions can expand on other questions and other topic areas as well.
Exactly.
But let's start from the beginning. So someone out there watching right now, they may not have a hearing aid, but they may have some concerns of hearing loss. At what point do you take that step to say, okay, I'm going to go have my hearing checked, or I need to start thinking about hearing aids?
Hearing aids are all simply a quality of life decision. Once you feel that your quality of life may be compromised to some degree as a result of your hearing, then that's when it's time to take a step and get a hearing test.
Sure.
It's a painless, free service because it's covered by Medicare, and so just to get a baseline, I encourage baseline hearing tests for everybody. I wish more doctors would refer all their patients once they reach 40 or 50 years of age to get baseline hearing tests, just so that we know how or if it has progressed over a period of time.
Absolutely. And you talked about some ramifications of hearing loss. One would be social isolation, when you start to notice that you're not going out as much because you're not feeling like you can hear in certain situations. What else?
That and just interactive communication, not feeling like you are part of, a conversation, or asking people to repeat, or having the TV turned up too loud. All those things are just indicators that perhaps there's a problem. But a lot of times it just becomes a habit. Because we do it every day, we're not conscious of those changes, introducing themselves into our life. So it's really helpful to have friends, family, spouses that help you kind of make those decisions, because sometimes we withdraw and we aren't even aware of the fact that we are withdrawing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now talk a little bit about the actual hearing aid. Is it true that not one hearing aid is a one-size-fits-all? Not one hearing aid can work for everybody?
That's true. However, with some of the advances in technology, it all comes down to how that hearing aid is programmed. If you have a really, really good hearing aid, it can be programmed to fit a large number of different types of hearing loss.
Very nice.
And so if you start with the good technology, then you can make that appropriate for different types of situations. But yes, there are certainly people that do better with an in-the-ear hearing aid as opposed to an over-the-ear hearing aid, or people that need more power, or people that need molds as opposed to domes. Various factors like that are all independent for each person.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well this is going to definitely be a educational program for anyone out there who wants to learn a little bit more.
And hopefully enjoyable. You know, I like taking questions. I like, you know, helping people hear better is what I do, and I really enjoy doing it. And so even just, you know, I've frequently seen people here that have come back to me and said, oh, you know, my husband and I practice this, or, you know, I started doing that. And so it's really rewarding to me to know that people are even taking away, you know, one tidbit of information that might make their world a little bit better.
You'd be surprised at what they remember from a presentation, and
exactly.
something that sticks out. So our residents may come to this presentation and learn some information, but what if they want to meet with you more on a personal level, on one-on-one for their own hearing aid issues?
I'm at the Arbor every Wednesday all day. They can call my office directly or get a referral from a hearing test from their physician here, and then we will contact them to do testing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you very much for all the information.
I look forward to it.
And we look forward to seeing you again in the Wellness Connection February 11th. That's 1 o'clock again in the Grand Cypress Room, Shell Point. Sign up at the concierge desk. Stay well.